the dawn in the battle's chill. Flags unfurled, we march uphill. Hearts like fire, unbreakable will. Voices united, echoing still. For freedom we stand and are unmet. This honest struggle our spirits set. Hands clasped, time, strength unspent. In unity we find our lament. Under starry skies our dreams ignite. Facing the dark with fearless light. Though shadows fall, they cannot light. A love for land, our fighting might. For freedom we stand and are unmet. The storm and struggle our spirits set. Hands clasped, tight, strength unspent. In unity we find our lament. Under starry skies our dreams ignite. Facing the dark with fearless light. Though shadows fall, they cannot light. A love for land, our fighting might.
Oh, look, they deleted my comment. I love how they do this. Their guidelines are so fucking generalized, and they never tell you why. They never tell you why. So you see this? You guys see how all my comments they get deleted? Look. So you know the article I pulled up a little bit ago about the NYPD is investigating itself? My comment is LOL. NYPD investigates illegal action instead of prosecuting all the criminal activity that has occurred the last year on the subway. Holy shit, Democrat-controlled areas are hellholes. Look at what it says. Look at what it says. My comment is violent content, illegal activity, risk to self or others, abusive language, hate speech. Here's another fucking comment I had. I can't believe that Democrats really want to call for more due process for illegal immigrants than that of the January 6ers. This shit is insane. 4,400 hours of police cam footage was intentionally left out of the trials for January 6ers. They were thrown in 4x6 foot cells without beds and denied trials for 3 years. That being said, Republicans, make sure you vote in the midterms. Violent content, illegal activity, risk to self or others, abusive language, or hate speech. Wow. I responded to some other guy, right? He said it was a post about anti-Semitism, and he said I imagine if this was some other group, they wouldn't be saying this. So I said TF, as in the fuck are you talking about? Anyone who says anything about Muslims is labeled as Islamophobic. There's only one group of people who can be bashed constantly without labeling, and that's white people, because leftists like you somehow believe that racism or anti-rhetoric can only be applied to everyone else other than white people. Violent content, illegal activity, risk to self or others, abusive language, hate speech, right? So here we go. This was a comment about an article about Venezuelans protesting that a Venezuelan kid was deported with the father to El Salvador instead of to Venezuela. I said, oh, but y'all weren't protesting when Venezuela was outright, I meant to say refusing, but I said refused, all repatriation of Venezuelans for the last year? They literally started under Joe Biden and didn't lift their refusal to repatriate their own people until the end of March of this year. Also, there are multiple conflicting reports that the child was both not deported with the mother and was in fact deported with the mother. But regardless, the child is a U.S. citizen, not a Venezuelan, according to the logic of the left, which seems to think you are automatically a citizen for just being born within a certain set of borders when in fact you are not. The implication of birthright citizenship obviously is meant for people who are born to American citizens. This is also why the 14th Amendment in the 14th Amendment, it makes a distinction between born and naturalized, because obviously their belief was that anyone coming to this country would then obviously naturalize. Holy shit, I didn't think I was going to be doing a segment on my comments, but here we go. So here's what I said about Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Greene is a fucking idiot. We've been on the verge of war with Iran for decades. The fuck is she talking about? And she's upset with us signing a deal to get a return on our investment into Ukraine on top of what she thinks revoking FDA approval of a vaccine that people have already taken or not taken is somehow a bigger priority than literally everything else. Get her the fuck out of the party. Here we go. Violent content, illegal activity, risk to self or others, abusive language, hate speech, right? So, I replied to somebody else. I said, it's not racist to point out a pattern. It's literally fact that a majority of all judges issuing rulings against Trump to attempt to harbor and protect illegal immigrants have Hispanic surnames. Violent content, illegal activity. You guys see this, right? This is what the left does. Look at all of my comments for the last fucking 12 days. Automatically are removed, and they do not notify me. I do not receive notifications about the removal of these requests. So then I have to come in and I have to click repeal, request appeal on all of my fucking comments, right? So here we go. Here's a big ass comment, right? I said, it's anyone's right to file a lawsuit for anything, even if it's retarded. 2, it isn't illegal or unconstitutional to use the Alien Enemies Act to deport members of what are now recognized as terrorist organizations. Why, you might ask? Because 1, the Biden administration declared that the illegal immigration occurring under the administration constituted a national emergency. This is what allowed him to legally use funding given to FEMA to provide to illegal immigrants. This sets the precedent that it is a national emergency caused by what is very easily recognized legally as an invasion. 2, the war on terror has been ongoing for over 2 decades, and time again it has been signed off on and funded by Republicans and Democrats, which establishes yet again another precedent in favor of Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act. The invocation of the AEA doesn't exceed to the scope either. The AEA can be invoked by the president during times of invasion or war, not invasion from a war. The estimated numbers by all official bodies of illegal immigrants in the U.S. constitutes an invasion. Also, all an attorney would have to basically ask is, does the United States have a friendly or hostile relationship with the country of Venezuela? The answer is hostile. Does the United States have sanctions imposed against Venezuela? The answer is yes. Has Venezuela recently taken steps of hostile action towards the U.S.? Yes. They denied repatriation of their own people in an attempt to force the U.S. to have to carry the financial and humanitarian burden of keeping citizens of Venezuela. Also, class actions only pertain to those who sign on to the class action lawsuit. Matters of immigration are handled and determined by the executive branch and not the judicial branch, and the judicial branch has no authority to dictate acceptance or rejection of immigration en masse. All immigration is handled on a case-by-case basis, actually making a class action illegal as the judge cannot rule on. And here's what they said. They said violent content, illegal activity, risk to self or others, abusive language, or hate speech. I'm fucking clipping this and I'm fucking uploading. I'm going to upload this everywhere I can. And I hope to God this can get a lot of love and this can come to fucking President Trump's attention. And I think he should crack down hard as fuck on Bill Gates and Microsoft. This is bullshit, man. LOL, there's a reason y'all lost, and it's simultaneously titles like this, paragraphs like these, and then the leftists in the comments like there are here today. It's a fucking prison. No one is being starved. No one is being beaten. No one is having their teeth pulled or, that was supposed to be out, but it fucking corrected to hour, or gassed or killed anything. Prison isn't supposed to be comfortable or fun, and in fact, prison is meant for an individual to pay their debt to society for crimes they committed against society. Prison is in fact not about reform. Programs on the way out or after the fact are about reform. Here we go. Here's a nice little one-liner for y'all. Of course, the leftist media is still milking this article. Old fucking news. Violent content, illegal activity, risk to self or others, abusive language, hate speech. Fuck, dude, this is going to be such an easy video. This is insane, man. This is fucking insane.
With the beat of the drum and the fife so high, we march with courage under the sky. Banners wave.